Hello, how's it going? So it's been a while since I've done some G.I. Joe stuff on the channel, and the other day I was going through Walmart and also my local Dirt Cheap, and found a couple of deals, and I was like surprised. So first off, at Dirt Cheap, I guess we finally come to the point where Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins Snake Eyes was finally out on DVD and available. It had made it down to the Dirt Cheap. Now you can see the price there says $17.19, I think. Yeah, $17.19. Dirt Cheap works that way. They put like their original retail or whatever, and then you scan the little QR code with their app, and it tells you whatever the percentage off is in the system. This was like about 70% off, and so it was only like $6, and I was like, you know what, I've got all the others, as painful as they are to watch sometimes, but I mean, might as well keep the collection going, right? So Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins, and you know, this had its good points. I mean, my problem was mostly with this that it was not just, it could have been any type of martial arts action movie, is the only thing that really kind of bothered me about it. But I know other people have a ton of other opinions. But anyway, I got it now, so I can relive the misery as much as I want to. So then I was going through my Walmart and checking out my favorite aisle, good old clearance, or clearance as some of you call it. And these had finally, now I know the blister card is trashed on these. I mean, it's all bent to heck and back. But you know what? If it's a reasonable price, it's fun for the setting up like dioramas or doing, I know I have a friend that does like photo shoots of figures and setting them up in different things. And you know, one of these I had the earlier renditions of the character, and I may do a comparison later. And one, I never had this character because I had a good friend in grade school. He and I were both nuts about like G.I. Joe and such. So he generally, we would kind of split the difference, because as a kid, you know, it's nearly impossible to collect the whole set unless your family was just exorbitantly wealthy, even in those days. So we kind of tag teamed it. Like, he would get one thing that was cool, I get another thing that was cool. And so by doing that, when we came together to play, we'd have like nearly the full set of stuff. And so one of these figures is one that he had that I never had. So the one that I've had before is Duke. And I was impressed because the price on these were as high as $12.95, y'all. I remember as a kid, somewhere between $2 and $3 for these. Well, they finally marked it down to $5 on the clearance aisle. So I was like thrilled. Okay, so you got your file card. I think it's nice that they moved the file card up a little bit. And we're going to rip this one open because the box is trashed anyway. And relive the fun. Okay. So one thing that I noticed that's very different, of course this has been something in modern versions, is they give you the stands. In the days when I first collected these, they you did not get a stand for them. You had to buy those separately. And let's see if we can get him out of here without much emotional trauma. Alright, so there he is. More precise articulation, it seems, in some ways with these joints and such. But it also feels a lot, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of some of my son's more modern iterations of Transformers, where while they can move in a lot more directions, it's feels like it would be easy for you to break off a piece. Although this hand, while it was very soft sort of plastic, feels like it could, you could, if you accidentally pulled it out of socket like that, you can reattach it up to a certain point until you like wear it out. All right, so we're giving Duke, we've got his classic helmet, which actually does fit down over the flat top. We've got his probably 1911 sidearm that they actually did make the pocket able to hold. I know on some of the early ones they just molded it into the side of the leg. And we got his standard rifle there. Okay, so sorry, I'm not up on my research to remember what particular rifle Duke's is supposed to be emulating from, because most of them, especially with the early characters, they really tried to make them at least emulate an actual piece of technology that the military had, until you got into some of the weird like kind of things. But the weapons and stuff were made to resemble existing ones. So there's Duke. And now the one that I did not have back in the day, Stalker. So alright, once again we've got his stand, which is cool. Sergeant Stalker. Wow, that's kind of weird to say. It sounds a little too close to Sergeant Slaughter. But anyway, so got similar articulation points. They try to make the elbow a little bit more realistic to body movement and wrist and all. Also noticed that they made their strapping so that it is actually something that the figure is wearing and not something that is just molded into the body, the torso. So lots of cool kudos there. Alright, let's see where he has to attach all these things, because this dude is jacked with stuff. Okay, so that's going to be a little problem. Alright, so his sidearm holster, because it's of that other vinyl that's softer that they're using for the chest straps and all, you're going to kind of have to work with it to, mine is a little collapsed on the pocket, so, but no bigs, we can get it. And they did make the sidearm a little smaller, so he's probably dealing with something different than the common 1911. Yeah, that's going to be tricky. Okay, there we go. There it fits. Okay, so problem resolved. He has his sidearm. Alright, I don't know where this knife is supposed to go though. Oh, wait a minute. I think I see the hole. Now if I can find the tape line to... Kudos that the small parts, they did actually tape them in so that they don't fall out. Okay. So there's his knife in place. Alright, lastly, his submachine gun and his I don't remember if he had, I wonder if they say on the back here. Oh wow, I didn't even notice that at first. So another thing that they did to the file cards is they put them in multiple different languages. So that's pretty cool. So it is not just a real American hero, as it were, I guess. So that's pretty cool. So that other folks can enjoy it. I know that in the UK, these were called Action Force when they initially came out, and that's kind of neat. So it doesn't say anything about what these weapons are supposed to be. They look familiar. I just don't. I'm not totally up on all names for military weaponry. Now, my thing that I was into as a kid was aircraft, and so I'm more aware of the names of fighter jets and what they were trying to emulate when it came to aircraft. So that was more my interest as a child, partially thanks to my brother. So he was an aerospace engineer, and I got real interested along those lines. Comment if you are interested in the new Top Gun thing. I know I saw another a reactor out there that was concerned after some initial screening info came back about it, but I'm still kind of excited. All right, so there we go. Now we've got fix a few little things, and there is Lorenzo Stalker Wilkinson. And that's funny, they didn't put his actual name, Conrad Duke Hauser. So there we go. That's my values, lucky little finds that I found. If I find some others at about this price range, $5 to me isn't so far off from what I used to spend as a kid for these, so I'll pick them up for clearance. Especially since the cards are trash, so you're not going to really necessarily going to be collecting them, but they do make nice little bookshelf additions or things of that nature. So till next time.